Take ye wives, and begat sons and daughters, and take wives for your son, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may increase there, and not diminish. And it said, and seek the peace of the city whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. And you can imagine back during those times that they were discouraged. They have been taken into captivity, and their lives were shattered. Pretty much what we kind of like are today, that we see how the economy has shattered our lives, and people have lost homes, and they have lost jobs, and seem to have lost hope. But here we see that where Jeremiah wrote to these captives in Babylon, instructing them to move ahead with their lives and to pray for the heathen nation that enslaved them. Now it said that life cannot grind to a halt during troubled times. We're living in troubled times now. And your life can't just stop. But we as a people, it says that in an unpleasant or distressed situation, we must adjust and keep moving. You may find it difficult to pray for those in authority that are evil. But that is when your prayers are most needed. And it said that when you enter times of trouble or sudden change, the Bible says pray diligently and move on. And doing whatever you can rather than to give up because of fear and uncertainty. A lot of us right now are living in fear and uncertainty because of the way the times are, because of the way the economy has unfolded. Your 401k might have diminished. You might have lost work. You might have lost everything that you have built up for the last 25 or 30 years. There's fear in your future, and there's uncertainty there. But the Bible tells us that we are to pray diligently and to move ahead in doing whatever we can rather than to give up. You might give out, but don't give up, because there's hope in Jesus Christ. Moving on a little further, talking about God and the emotions of God at times like this. It says, while the Bible presents God as an eternal and all-knowing, it also describes him as an emotional, involved with us when what he had eternally foreseen come about in actual time. He had already seen ahead. It said he is not like the emotionally detached God of Greek philosophy. He loves us so deeply that he shares our sorrow and joy, our pain and pleasure, our failures and our successes. So he is a personal God with an infinite ability to relate to his creatures, who is us. While letting nothing get out of control, he gives us freedom to make moral and spiritual choices. When we choose obedience, he rejoices. And when we choose a path of disobedience and rebellion, he grieved. And I look at America today, and a lot of us have chosen disobedience and rebellion. And that grieves God. And it put this nation at risk. Now, referring to the way the nation of Israel suffered because of their sins, Isaiah wrote, and it said, in all their affliction, he was afflicted. But they rebelled and grieved his Holy Spirit. Speaking through Hosea, the Lord reveals his emotional turmoil as he thought of allowing rebellious Israel to be conquered by the Assyrians. How can I give up